So let's talk about apple cider vinegar, Netflix's new 6-part series that just dropped, based on one of Australia's most infamous fraudsters, Belle Gibson. If you don't already know, Belle built an entire empire on a lie. She claimed to have terminal brain cancer, said she cured it with clean eating and alternative medicine, and then made millions selling that story to the world. But the kicker? She never had cancer. It was all a scam. Now, Netflix has turned this wild true story into a drama, but here's the thing. It's not entirely true. Right from the start, the show plays with this idea, with the main character, played by Kaitlyn Dever, breaking the fourth wall and telling us, this is a true story based on a lie. That phrase sets the tone for the entire series. It's Trueish. The show recreates many of the real events we know. Belle's massive Instagram following, her whole pantry app that Apple championed, and her promises to donate profits to charity, none of which actually happened. We even get a reenactment of her infamous 60 Minutes interview, where she tried, that is, and failed, to explain herself. But some details have been changed, characters renamed, and creative liberties taken. Netflix describes the series as being inspired by the book, The Woman Who Fooled the World, written by the journalists who originally exposed Belle in 2015. Now, there's a lot of debate about whether telling Belle Gibson's story on such a massive platform is the right thing to do. After all, this is someone who manipulated real cancer patients into believing her fake wellness cure worked. People who were desperate, looking for hope, followed her advice instead of seeking real medical treatment. Some of them likely suffered serious consequences because of it. So does she deserve this kind of attention? That's a question that even the show's creator, Samantha Strauss, wrestled with. In interviews, she said she didn't want apple cider vinegar to just be about Belle's rise and fall. She wanted it to explore the entire culture of wellness scams and social media deception. The show also highlights another real-life figure, Jessica Ainscough, an influencer who actually did have cancer and chose alternative treatments over conventional medicine, with tragic results. But let's talk about the actual storytelling. The show jumps around in time, which some viewers find frustrating. We go from Belle's childhood, where she was already telling lies, to her peak as an influencer, and then to her eventual downfall. There are moments where Belle talks directly to the audience, and multiple narrators give their perspectives. Some people love this kind of approach, others feel it's too gimmicky. What's undeniable, though, is that Kaitlyn Dever's performance as Belle is compelling. She nails the Aussie accent, and perfectly captures the charm, manipulation, and underlying instability of a woman who managed to deceive so many. The supporting cast, including Alicia Debnam-Carey and Aisha Dee, also deliver strong performances. But whether that's enough to keep viewers hooked is another question. One of the biggest concerns surrounding the series is the potential for legal backlash. After all, Baby Reindeer, another Netflix hit based on a true story, recently landed the streaming giant in a $170 million lawsuit because it was marketed as a true story when parts of it were fictionalized. To avoid the same fate, apple cider vinegar makes it clear from the start that some details have been changed. But will that be enough? And what about Belle Gibson herself? Where is she now? Reports say she's still avoiding the $500,000 fine she was ordered to pay in 2017 for misleading consumers. She's apparently reinvented herself again, claiming to be adopted into Melbourne's Ethiopian community and even speaking in broken English. It's yet another bizarre chapter in her story. So, does apple cider vinegar do justice to this crazy real-life scam? Or does it let Belle Gibson off too easily by turning her into entertainment? That's up for debate. Either way, it's a reminder of how dangerous the wellness industry can be when people put blind faith in influencers instead of science. Stay subscribed for more videos.